Hi there, students. To shoot from the hip. Okay, a good idiom. We use this with two slightly different meanings. Either to react very quickly or carefully and say what you think without thinking about it. Yeah? So, a solution to this problem is needed. Shooting from the hip, we need to try and clean off all this gunk. Yeah? It's often not a good idea to shoot from the hip without having all the facts at your disposal. Yeah? So you may well shoot from the hip and then regret your words afterwards. We can also use this phrase meaning to speak very directly, very bluntly, very honestly. Yeah, to say exactly what you think. Yeah, she always shoots straight from the hip and says exactly what she thinks. She doesn't mince her words. Okay, so either to say something very directly. Yeah, this is what things are, to call a spade, or to just give a knee-jerk reaction and to speak impulsively without thinking about the consequences. So effectively, either to speak bluntly without worrying about the consequences, or to speak impulsively, suddenly, without thinking about how people are going to react to this. So you could be either blunt or rash. So a good diplomat is trained not to shoot from the hip, not to give an initial reaction, and not to be very blunt and direct, but to find a more roundabout method of getting his message over. Yeah, so yeah, you can also his reaction to this by pouring water on it was just shooting from the hip, but unfortunately it was an electrical fire which caused all sorts of other problems. Yeah. Yeah, so when solving things, sometimes if it's an emergency you need to shoot from the hip, but if you've got time, shooting from the hip is not the best idea. Yeah, okay, so either act or speak rashly, recklessly, yeah, without thinking about what's going to happen, or to speak directly and very bluntly, calling a spade, without worrying about whether people are upset or not. Let's see, the literal meaning is to shoot from the hip. You've seen these Western films where the goodie and the baddie stand in a face-off in the street and then they draw their guns and shoot from the hip. And that's the idea. Yeah, I think you draw your gun and shoot it as quickly as possible without really taking time to aim properly. Yeah, so to fire rapidly when drawing your gun from the hip. Yeah, and this has the idea of speaking with or saying what you think from your first impressions, but also to be very frank and direct about what you say. Yeah, he shoots from the hip and he doesn't go round the bushes. The British in that sense don't tend to shoot from the hip. Yeah, they carefully consider what they're going to say and what people are going to think about it. Okay, so but when you're speaking languages you need to shoot from the hip. You do your very best and at full speed. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. To shoot from the hip.